Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade. This is How's It App on iOS. Today, going to be messing around with SampleWiz 2. But first, as always, we kick off with a track from somebody within the community. And today, it is Auntie G, who has a brand new single out called The Lucky Straw. Shall we play it? Oh, yes, we shall. Let's do it now. Boom.
I was raised on amazing grace, born on a country road, safe and sound all around. You pick me up if I break down, 'cause I am a lucky one, born and raised out of the sun. I roll the dice, I got full score. I drew the lucky straw, blessing love wherever I go. Got more than I could ask for. I'll try to remember, not everyone's got the chance to follow the dreams, to take a leap. Their road is just as steep. 'Cause I am a lucky one, born and raised under the sun. I roll the dice, I got full score. I drew the lucky straw, blessing love wherever I go. Got more than I could ask for. If I was born in another country, raised by another crowd, I wonder how my life would be. Would my faith still set me free? 'Cause I am a lucky one, born and raised under the sun. I roll the dice, I got full score. I drew the lucky straw, blessing love wherever I go. Got more than I could ask for. I'm blessed with your love. We are the lucky ones, raised under the sun. We roll the dice and got full score. We drew the lucky straw, blessing love wherever we go. Got more than we could ask for.
Howdy-do. Yeehaw! Hope you're all doing well. That was the new Auntie G track and The Lucky Straw. Boom! Good stuff. She snuck in one more song before the end of the year, as you do. You know, and there's a few of us who've whacked in a few songs and released them just before the end of the year. I've been one of them. Auntie G's one of them. Got to bang those songs through. Great job, Auntie G. How are you all going? I hope everyone's doing well and fine and dandy. Let's run through the usual morning stuff that we need to do by doing this stuff. Got a Facebook group over here. It's not working. Where's my Facebook stuff? What's going on here? What's happening? There it is. Facebook. Wow. Facebook group right there. We all rise together. Go and join if you want. Also, this is the YouTube channel. Wow, my buttons aren't working today. That's interesting. There it is, the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Jade Starr. We're also streaming live on the Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. And you can always become a patron at patreon.com/Jade Starr, where each weekend master your music. And what else do we do there? I can't even remember. Do giveaways and stuff like that. I don't know why my buttons aren't working today. Oh dear. Must be the update that I just did. Anyway, never update your stuff before you go live. Boom! I don't think there's... let's say hello to the chat first, and we'll jump in straight away to today's app. We'll quickly look at the price drops, and then I'll do all that stuff. Hello to... Let's see if all my sound effects are working. Hello, Dave. Hello, Samuel. Good to see you. Hello, Kim Hudson Hudson. Cy, always effing good to see you. SM Borthwick. What else do I see? Gregory O'Sullivan, hello to you. Hello, Bear. Sound effects are working there. Hello, Panda Get. Boom. Hello to, who else do I see? I see Thomas Christ. Hello to Thomas Christ. Hello, fam. Hello. Hello, Auntie G. I need to say that because you're here as well. So thank you for being here. You always roll in just as I'm playing your song. Hello, Dean Thomas. Been hanging out with a few of you over on Clubhouse before the show today. Seth Vasquez, how are you, my dear? Hope you're doing good as well. I think I got everybody on the list so far. If I haven't, I'm sorry. I'll catch up and try and say hello to you during the show. Let's do price drops. Jump straight into this stuff today. Because apparently the Apple Store is moving again because EG Pulse has got a price drop from $13.99 to $6.99. Economy Picking Guitar School. Okay. I don't think much else has changed. So everything else from yesterday, Fugue Machine, Pure Acid, all these Groove Rider, Poison, they're all still on sale. All these session band apps are still on sale. Everything's still on sale, at least for the next week and a half, I would say. Things are going to stay at these crazy prices. Can I get a crazy prices? There we go. That was ridiculous. Why did I do that? Yeah, I know. So Seth has just written in the chat. I said your last name right. I know. You know, I got into that habit of listening to Hippie go, hey, Seth Vasquez. It's Vasquez, dude. Come on, Hippie. Get your shit together. All right. There are your price drops. What are we looking at today? Well, I should have left that open because we are looking at today... let's do a search for it in here because at least I'll be able to give you the price. SampleWiz 2. Boom. There it is. SampleWiz 2 is currently $9.99. Is it worth the bucks? Shit, yeah. Is there an in-app purchase? Yes, but absolutely not necessary for most people. Because the in-app purchase is for use of an MPE. If you have an MPE controller, and if you don't have one, no point getting it, really. But everything else for your $10 US or UK, absolutely worth every single cent. And I know you're probably thinking, is it another synth? Do I need another synth? There's so many synths. What's the point of having another synth? Yeah? This is a little bit different. So it is a sampler and a synth. But what's really beautiful about it, so the original SampleWiz was a really great app by itself, made by Jordan Rudess, who you will all know from Dream Theater, who has made a great selection of really cool apps, including GeoShred, and he made the original SampleWiz, and that was really cool. But this time around, he has teamed up with BLEASS software, and we all, if you've been using iOS apps for any period of time, you must have a BLEASS app somewhere in your collection. You will know that the interface with BLEASS is really, really simple. It's elegant, very easy to use, easy on the eyes, easy to understand. So Jordan Rudess teaming up with BLEASS this time around for SampleWiz 2 is magic. It's a brilliant team. And, I couldn't think of a better software group for this to actually be teamed up with, because for those of you who may have used the Garageband sampler, I know there's a lot of people who watch this show in particular who use Garageband a lot. We all know the Garageband sampler is shite. you know, it does a thing, but it's one of those things that you don't go to, yeah? This is going to be that thing that you're going to use. And to kick off today, we're going to show you by opening up this and make sure everything is working. Sound. We have sound. Good stuff. So the first use I'm going to use this for today is, most of you will know. If you don't know, I'm going to let you know now if we flick over here. So I have some gear that I'm going to be reviewing next week. And one of them is this, the Micro Freak, which I've had for a couple of weeks now. And the Amplitude X Drive pedal, which is sitting here as well. Yes. But today I'm going to be using this down here, the Micro Freak, which is plugged in. That camera's really bright. Let me see if I can fix that up a little bit before we go forward. This is what happens when you do an update before the show. It darkens it, lightens everything up. Let's go one down. Let's fix this, Bizzo. Go. Come on. Bro. There we go, that's better. Apply. So I'm going to use the Micro Freak down here, yeah? Let's move that camera around a little bit so you can see. So the Micro Freak is a hardware synth, yeah? So all of the sounds that you make are within the synthesizer. Within here. And I want to sample these and have them in an app that I can just go to without using the synthesizer. So this is one of the first case scenarios you can use this for, which is perfect. Hello, I have an idea. Did I miss you, Kim Hudden Hudson? I think I did. Bad. What is going on? Bad. All right. So what I have set up here is we've got AUM, and I've set up in here a hardware input, which has input 2, which has a guitar lead going into it. And that guitar lead is here and runs around the back and goes into the back of this synthesizer, which is how I'm recording the sound. Hello, Metalhead Hippie. Just move a few things back here. Yeah, man. Righty. So we've got my synthesizer here, my hardware synth, the Micro Freak. And I want to record this into a program, into a synthesizer. So we are going to add as an effect in here the brand new SampleWiz. And to do a search, you just need to type Wiz. And there it is. And now we have it inside as an effect. This is the interface. There you are. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to directly make a sound with this, yeah? And I'm going to put away the Micro Freak. And so I just want to record this simple sound. Now, when you record a sound, my suggestion, if you're recording a synth sound or whatever sound you're recording from a keyboard or whatever you're using, use the C. There's a reason why this big C is sitting in the middle when you open this up. It's telling you something, yeah? It's definitely telling you something. Yes, audible video. Explain FM synthesizers to you. Mods, put him on ban. Put him on a timeout for at least 3 minutes. That'll explain FM synthesis to you, audible video. I can hear him sighing from here. Anyway, so it's really easy to record a sound in here, right? You see the big red button over here? That's how you record a sound. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to press C on. There's my C. So let's hit record. And hit stop. And that's it. That's done. We've recorded a sound in there, right? So now I'm going to close that out and we're just going to turn down the volume. Now I'm going to unplug the Micro Freak because I don't need it right now. I'm going to go back to my other keyboard. Bear with me, guys. I love live streaming. You get to see it all, warts and all, man. Warts and all. Let's plug in my Arturia key step. Boom. And we're rocking. We're back. We're cooking with gas. So, I've recorded this sound in here, yeah? And now that my key step is connected, I can hit up here and connect my key step. And I should be, if I turn the volume back up, I have this sound. So it's in there. But now we've got to trim it. We've got to trim it, get it into position. And you'll notice here, there's on the end of the file, there's this little glowing end here. So I can drag this and now trim. Very easy, just with my finger. So I can just trim it, take it to there. We can bring this to where we want. And now when I hit my keyboard, how easy was that? I just ripped a sound from a hardware synth in this, and it's done. That's there. The beautiful thing is, as well, say that that synth sound was only a monophonic sound. Now, because I've put it into this program, I can I can play for polyphony now. Yeah? So it's really handy. You're probably thinking ahead of me now that if you have a mono synth, something like what's Jacob Hack's thing called, the aggravator. Is that what it's called? Did I say aggravator? That's a mono synth. You can record those agonizer. You can take a sound from agonizer, put it in here, and then play it in a poly, yeah, instead of a mono. So agonizer, aggravator. Jacob's going to kick me for that. But there's so much more you can do with this sampler than just putting it in here, yeah? So now that we've cropped this down and we've got the size that we want, I can go in here and hit crop. So you see a little button here, it says crop. And it says, you sure you want to crop this sucker? And I say, yeah, let's do it. And there is my sample. All right, so let's run through some of the controls here. Nice, good stuff. So we'll run through the controls here. Next to the crop button, we have a reverse button. Look at that. So at a touch of a button, you can reverse it. Fun, yeah? You can also add some gain, and if you turn it off, it goes back. So completely non-destructive. You can piss around with it, do whatever you want with it. We've got a gain knob next to that, so we can turn that up. And look, you can actually see the WAV getting larger or smaller. So you can really... Where are we? So you can get it larger. You actually can change the octave of it as well. So if you happen to play it not a C and you want to get it to C, you actually have 3 forms of tuning here. You can change the octave. So you can go up 2 octaves or down 2 octaves, which is nice. Leave that on 1. You've got your semitones. Remembering too, as you can see me playing with those and fucking around with them, all your are your parameters open? Let me open the parameter. All your parameters are open as well here in AUM. So you could send LFOs to this tuning and have, you know, oops, come back here. Center, bitch, center. So you could set an LFO to this tuning and create sounds like that, yeah? Because all your parameters are open. Plus, there are LFOs in here as well too. So you can fine tune as well on this third one. So there's a really tight fine tune there. You can also, once you've cropped the sample, you can choose a start point without cropping it. Yeah, so just by turning the little start dial, and you'll see what's really clever about it. The loop start moves along with it. So if we have that back to there. See how the loop start on the end here moves along with this? And you can choose an end as well. So you can actually, so now when I play, so you can control things that way as well, yeah? Now, yes, I know, Ed, we love our knobs here on this channel. We do love some knobs. Let's talk about the looping features in here as well. So over here you have a loop mode, yeah? You can see these arrows up here. If I click this second one, when it gets to the end, so this will just keep looping. Let's take these all back here, go to the end. So I'm just holding down my key here, and it's just forward looping. Then I can also do a forward back. And you also have a crossfade in here as well too, yeah? So over to this side there's a crossfade, and you'll notice, see as I turn that, how these little like fade in and fade outs appear faintly along the sample. So you're crossfading, and now and again what you can do is you can change the end and the start of the loop within the loop. So you just end up with this bouncing back and forward. So it's kicking off from the beginning each time you hit, but then it reaches the end and then bounces back between points, right? So it's still starting from where you've set your start point, but then once the loop kicks in, so even if we turn this back to just going this way once, you'll notice it'll get to the end and then start. Watch. See how it keeps restarting from where you want the start point of the loop. So you can get really creative with this stuff, yeah? Let's jump in and have a look at the granular section. So that's just up here. So I change between the normal and the granular up here. And you have the same loop options, but you have this really cool grain you can add to it, yeah? And you'll see that by these little dots that appear within. And you can add some turbulence. You can spread it. So you can really start to fuck around with your samples once you've saved them, once you've created them. So just for safekeeping, let's do this. We'll go back to here, turn off loop mode. We'll bring the end back to there, the start back to there. And here is our original loop. So before we fuck with it too much, so I want to save it because I want to keep using it, yeah? I want to use this sound. I want to change it into something else. Saving loops is super easy. Up the top here, where it says default, you just click on that. You'll see save new, click, name it whatever you want. Let's call it, because Sith Vasquez said, it reminds her of Zelda, let's call it Zelda Freak, because it came from the Micro Freak, and hit save. And now you'll see that is now saved here in my little list of presets that I've created, which I've got a few here already, yeah? So you just go back up here, touch on that again. So this is saved. Now I can do whatever I want with this. Go back into this third option. Let's talk about this. Hello, Russ. It's Russ, everybody, the one-handed bandit. All right, so the third section, because we had this granular over here, the third section is called cloud. And let's mess around with this. So you've got this window section here. And you'll see when I move it, it starts at different points. See how it's going back and forward, yeah? We can mess around with the grain in here, the rate, how fast it's moving, turbulence, and even the position. So we've got a position knob. So you can decide where these notes come in. Okie dokie. So I'll quickly run through. So the things that you can also do, so you can use the on-screen keyboard as well if you want. So you've got all that kind of stuff here. To the side of your on-screen keyboard, you've got your scale. You can actually change scales for performance. You've got an MPE button as well. You can change the scroll of your keyboard. So these are with these sections here. Plus you have a hold. So you've got all those options for your keyboard. Of course, you've got your pitch and mod wheel over to the left, which I have on my keyboard. And these are the things you can actually do. So I'm set here to mic. So it's recording what you can actually not have an audio interface plugged in, and you can record sounds through your mic. You can resample, or you can load a sample in as well. We'll cover that a little bit later. Let's just go across the sections along the top, and then we'll go in and make some more sounds, yeah? So you'll see me clicking across the top. This is what makes this app really modern and fresh for SampleWiz 2. By Jordan teaming up with BLEASS, you can see the interface is really easy to look at, hopefully easy to understand. And it's all controlled by these tabs along the top here. Very simple to find everything. Your first tab is all the basics, yeah? Your volume, your voices, so your poly, re-triggering, pitch bending, vibration speed, glide, all that kind of stuff. You've got a bunch of modulation stuff in here, and you've even got an ARP in here as well, yeah? So you can turn on an ARP. So how am I activating the ARP if you've never used an ARP before? So I'll hold down 3 keys here. And like a usual ARP, hello Lily, please, hope you're doing well. With an ARP, you've got all the, usual stuff, up and down, random. Change the rate of the ARP. You can sync it to the beat. You can leave it free form. You can change the octave, gate. Really simple, basic keyboard stuff in here. Your modulation, so this controls your mod wheel, all this kind of stuff, yeah? Yeah, the second tab along, hello to Rhodey's Jam Cave. The second one along here was the screen we opened with, which is the sample, which we've already covered all of the stuff in there. Then you have a whole bunch of stuff in the filter ADSR. So you can add some drive over here. If I add some drive and turn it on, each of these effects, you'll notice, has a little on button. So now I've turned on the drive. So we've got a bit of drive in there. Yeah. We can turn on the filter. So now the filter's on, and you can actually draw with your finger where you'd like the filter to go. And then you have your ADSR. So pretty standard stuff that you get with or BLEASS apps. They're pretty much in every BLEASS app, or most synth apps, You've got your modulation. You can see you've got 2 LFOs here. So they're going away, doing their thing. And you can link these LFOs to wherever you like. If you click down here, you've got a destination. And you see a whole bunch of things pop up. Destinations. Look at all these places you can send your LFO. To the pitch, vibrato amount, volume, pan, grain size, sample offset, volume spread. So you can send this basically anywhere you like with these LFOs. You've got 2 of them, to tool around with if you like. Assignable EG you have over here. You've got motion as well. You've even got a motion sequencer. So if I hit play, you'll see we've got a motion sequencer that I can draw in stuff. So there's a lot of depth in here, yeah? And then last but not least, let's turn this off for now. We'll turn off these. And last but not least, you have some effects. So you have a reverb, which has, amazingly enough, you're not only getting a sampler, there's a shimmer in here as well. Shimmer, you got a shimmer pitch, a shimmer delay. There's a shimmer amount. You've got a room size, so you can change the room size. We'll turn off this ARP. Let's get rid of this ARP. Where was I? Off you go, ARP. Put down the volume a bit. You've got a delay as well. I think I've got the distortion on as well. We can turn that off too. Bye-bye. That's better. So there's all your basics, yeah? That's what's going on there with your basic stuff. What I'm going to do now is let's make a sample. Let's make a vocal sample, shall we? Let's do, because I want to show you a bunch of different ways you can make things. Now, what's really cool, if I open a bunch of tracks here, if I've got two versions of this open, say, let's, we want to do a search for Wiz. If I've got two of these open, if I make a change in one of them, in the other one, the changes will happen instantaneously, which is really cool. So if I make a new sample, and you'll see this, I'll have two of these open now. And let's switch this to my vocal. And we'll grab another microphone from over here. Hello. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to switch microphones now. And you know what? Let's add in an effect. Let's add in Pocket's Soloist. Yeah, Solo FX. And what we'll do is we'll move that above. So now we've got an effects on here. And let's make a harmony. La, 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 yeah. We'll enable a doubler. Let's take out the auto tune. Smooth, yeah. Smooth, yeah. Cool. Hello, Pete Johns. And I'm going to record some vocals into this SampleWiz. Right. Smooth, yeah. Ah, ah. Let me just drag in here what do we want to drag in? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we've got Ravenscroft here now, just so I can find C. So we want to record a C. Ah, ah. So I'm going to hit record. Ah, oh, hey, whoa. Didn't want that. I thought I turned off auto tune. Boom. Let's make sure this is off. Ah, ah, that's better. Yeah. Ah. Cool. So now we have recorded a vocal sound in here. So let's just pull that out of the mix, pull out the vocal. Now we can go in here to our SampleWiz and we can put the keyboard, attach that now. Nice. So now we can go in and chop this up, cut this. let's add in there as well. Now, I should have done this actually on the recording. We'll throw in some Alteza, maybe. Alteza, if I can spell today. There we go. And now, awesome. Remembering that we can go in here, we can chop the crap out of this. So we can crop that now. I want to crop that. Now we can go in here, we can change the start loop point and the end loop point. And we can you can get really fucking creative with this as well too. So, you know, I don't need this. I'll show you some other ones that I've done. Let's go into my save samples. So we'll go click up here and I'll show you this. So here's another vocal one I did yesterday. Yeah, that crossfade is really awesome, Thomas. So you can really cut off the ends. You can create some amazing granular stuff in here as well. So let's mess around with this. So just another thing that's really fun as well is you see this dice up here, this little magic dice. You can endlessly hit this and get random things. So that R just changed by clicking the dice. What the hell? So if you maybe thought, oh, I don't need this, I've got the Garageband sampler. I'm sure you'll start seeing there's some crazy things you can really do with this. It's so much more powerful, and it runs as an AUV3. You can use it in GarageBand. You can open it as a GarageBand track. You can actually open it within a track as an AUV3 and record something that you may be working on and then sample that within GarageBand. You can use it in all of the doors, all of the stuff, all of the things. Let's have a look at some other things I did. So this was the, what's this sound? So this sound I got by using Agony, yeah? So we can do that here. Let's open up quite all these ones. How's this different from the FRMS app? It's, yeah, I think so. I don't think it doesn't do multi-samples, so that's not a thing. But what I can show you is what I did to make a multi-sample. Do you want me to show you? Let me just jump and do this now. So we'll clear this shit out. Let's just clear this out. So we'll set up what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks here, and we'll send all of these to bus A. So you probably see where I'm heading with this, to create a single multi-sample, yeah? How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll accept all of these into bus A, and we'll put SampleWiz into the final track. And let's just put in some things here. So we'll put in something like, we'll do something orchestral. Oops. So we'll put in symphonic. I think, look, ultimately it's the ease of use of this, and I think for people wanting to get into sampling who aren't, this is definitely a way to get in nice and simply. I know I'm going to be using it a hell of a lot. So I'm just going to add this classic orchestra in here. Maybe. Yes. Cool. So that's our first sound. Then we'll just go and add a Ravenscroft or something. Ravenscroft. So we'll get a piano in here. We'll just choose a sound in here. What do we want? I want this preset I have, pretty soft. We'll add that to the key step. Cool. Then we'll add in, say, maybe some pure synth for some voices. Yeah. Hopefully pure synth will open. I won't have to like do the, here we go. No, is it working? Yes, we've got it. So we'll grab some choirs from in pure synth. Here we go. Some boys choir. And so that's that. And the fourth sound, we shall add, I don't know, maybe a Waverly or something. Some Waverly tables or something like that. Connect the Arturia to this. We'll solo that. That'll do for now. So again, I can go ahead before I record these and maybe, you know, go in here to black hole or something, add a black hole. So you can add you can pile your effects on. So now we've got some black hole on there. We'll probably pull some of that size back and the mix back. We'll give the choir a bit of volume. We'll give this piano a little bit of black hole as well. And I don't think we need anything. So this is our sound that we're going to put in now. What's too loud there? Cool. So basically, as you can see, I've got 4 sounds. All of the bottom along here, they're all being sent to the master A, which is the last track here, and which is receiving. And in the receiving track, we have the BLEASS SampleWiz ready to go. So all I need to do is hold down a C and record this in. And there is our sample. Hit stop. And so now we have made, let's just go in and turn all these off and set the keyboard onto this one. And now, beautiful, yeah? How cool, how easy was that? So now I can save, I can crop this. We'll just make sure it's, hello, Eves. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas to you. Super simple. Shall I crop it? Hit crop. Done. We now have that sample in here. We can up the gain if we want. We can do whatever we want. And let's just go in here and save it straight away. So we'll just call it, what do you call it? Synth Orc 2. whatever. That makes no sense. And now I can load this up. And remember what I said earlier, if you make any changes to the BLEASS app and add another sound, if I had another version of this open, I'd just be able to go there and any new saved samples will be sitting in there. So now we've got... What a really nice sample. So now I could go into Garageband, open this up as an instrument and have this homemade sound, which I quickly slap together in something like AUM. There's a lot of power to this app, yeah, for $10. So I think the thing is you got to really, use your imagination and all that jazz. Shall we run through some of the other things I may have made with this? And now that I've saved that one, hello, Le Productions, everyone. Daniel, I hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at some other things I've saved. So I've got this Shimmer Guitar, which is a C note. And how did I record that? It was easy. Pretty much how I recorded that was to... Cool, we've got nothing open there. I pretty much opened a new audio track, chose Sample Tank from here, and got a guitar sound from there. And where are we? Sample Tank. Because Sample Tank is an so here's another great use for it, for inter-app audio only apps. And you want to have these in an AUV3. Perfect. Here's Sample Tank with my... So I want to record these sounds in there because I'm sick of using an inter-app audio. Bang, really easy. Open up a Wiz. Done. It's in here. I can start recording and find my middle C. So we've got plenty of tail in there. We can add some gain to that, make it a bit louder. And there is our guitar. So now I don't have to open up at all bloody inter-app audio. Yeah? So now if we connect this back to my keyboard and we go ahead and crop this now. So let's turn this off. Just want to make sure I'm cropping this right. So we crop, and there is our guitar tone ready to go. And we've got all our effects up here as well. Really easy. And again, I can just save this, super simple. So now I have this, we'll turn off these effects, save this, save new, clean, acoustic, if I can spell acoustic today, save. And remember what I said, if I shut this down now and jump over to this second version over here and look, where are we? Clean acoustic. There it already is in the other version, just sitting there waiting for me to grab in here. Really cool. So you can import samples as well. Shall we do that? Shall we import a sample too? Let's show you how to do that. So you've got a little import button down here, load sample. And this takes you to your Files app. And you can go into your Files app, Audio Share, find whatever sample you bloody well like. I don't know what I've got here for samples to actually use. Maybe an AUM recording. Let's just something's called noise in here. I don't even know what this is. What is it? We can look at that. We can bring down the gain of that even. Let's hit the random button. See what it does. Sick, yeah. What else? So we can now crop this, remember? We can chop this right back. Change this. So, as always, let your mind run free. Add whatever you want. Go crazy. This thing is really, really cool. It's going to get used by me fuckloads. And again, I really haven't even touched over using all the modulation and such. As you can see with this sample, we've got modulation set here. It's set to the cloud window and to the pre-filter drive. So we can change these amounts. Change the sync rate. So you can go nuts, yeah? To close up today, we'll run through some of the presets that you get in here, because not only do you just get given a sampler with a whole lot of beautiful options, you get a whole lot of banks here. So you get 2 banks full of sounds that are already in here, and you get some legacy sounds that were from the original SampleWiz. How kind is that, man? So if you had SampleWiz 1, and you're like, hang on a minute, I don't want to pay extra money for SampleWiz 2. You're one of those boneheads, right? You get all of the presets that were in SampleWiz, which is a good idea. I think I want to see that from more developers. Put in the legacy sounds from the old. Maybe not all, because some apps have a lot of sounds. And you know what? Having too many sounds is not always a good thing. So here's some of the sounds. We'll run through them. Some really good sound effects in here. Some birdies. You got some cool brass sounds. Hat Time. This one's for you, Sai, and for Audible. What the fuck? We got some choirs. Let's just run through a bunch of these. So this is where you can see the motion in play. So you can add more steps to this as well. Like this is crazy stuff. Let's go back in here. Coffee cup. So this one, somebody's tapping a coffee cup with a spoon, it sounds like. And another cool thing that's down here, you actually have a bunch of little tags. So you can find drums, experimental, bass lines. So you've got effects here. You've got leads, keys. So that's pretty cool as well. So you can just find shit really quickly. Yes, you can tag your own samples as well. Absolutely. So if we try this and hit save as new, so you'll see here in the save section, you can, give it a name and you can click the tags that you would like to add down the bottom, which is another cool feature. Little hidden thing, little hidden gem in there, which I thought was nice. So that's bank A, and in bank B, so for Patreons, I do have, I think, 3 copies of this to give away on the weekend if you are a patron for $5 and above. And all the legacy stuff in here as well. What the fuck? How cool is this one? So this is a... So oh, there's even some applause in here. Thank you so much. Oh, this one's big. Nice. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. So, and as you'll see, here's the MPE section, which is an additional, I think, $3, something like that. I can't remember. And that will unlock some extra MPE sounds for if you are using an MPE. Let's go out with one of the sounds I made yesterday. What else did I make here? I think it was Symphony Full Orchestra. Cool. Awesome stuff. Again, you can use this outside if you want to use your iPhone, record sounds that way. So there's a whole lot of uses for it. Alrighty, I think that has done it for today. I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here, guys. To remember, tomorrow's show, we're not looking at reviewing an app or anything like that. I will quickly cover what we're doing before we go. So tomorrow's show is... You don't want to see that picture there. It's gross. Where are we? We're here. So tomorrow we're looking at the top... That's not that one. It's the top 10 apps of the year for me. Top 10 picks for me. So, results may vary for you. So don't get upset if your favorite one isn't there. They're just things that I think are really cool. There's a lot of varied stuff in there. There's been a lot of apps this year. And we'll be running through some of them tomorrow. The day after that, we are doing the top 10 songs made by you as judged by me in no particular order. So I'm going to run through 10 of my favorite songs that you guys made, and that is before Pete's YML. Yeah. So it's an hour before Pete's YML. And then finally, to wrap up the end of the week on Friday for you guys living in America and the UK, it's finally here. New Year's Eve for you guys. It is happening. It is the interview. It is Kev Hart, the Metal Shack riffing machine. Me and Kev will be here talking music. So you guys will finally meet the elusive, the evil, the very metal Kev Hart for an interview to wrap out the end of the year. Alrighty, dokie. Look at how evil Kev looks in that photo. He looks like Satan. He's glowing. What the hell? All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here today. Have a wonderful day. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And remember, we will all rise together. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Bye.